For many, the college experience includes more than just classes. South Dakota State University offers unique services and experiences that make life on campus extra special.
So one of my favorite things that's a part of student affairs right now is the Starship Fleet. So can you tell me all about that?
Sure. You know, we had looked at trying to solve a couple problems at the same time. Food service across the country, and higher ed in particular, we're dealing with staff shortages. And so one of the ways you can sort of address that is to try to automate part of that process. And so the thing that we came up with is this delivery, fleet of delivery bots. And we were actually approached by the company that manages them early on, last February is when they first talked to us. And we felt good about it because it offered some student employment. And so there's about 16 students from the robotics majors that work and manage the fleet here locally. And then just the notion of being able to do something as convenient as on your phone. You know, a day like today, in fact, you know, where it's unseasonably cold and windy and a little wet. This is a great way to keep the food rolling on campus, but add some convenience to the life of students and faculty and staff. So we've had a really good experience with it.
And what are some other things that are a part of student life here that make South Dakota State University unique in that way?
Well, you know, honestly, so many things. Every institution has a few aspects of their overall student life, but for us, one of the things I'd highlight is the Wellness Center, of course. We have a 35-foot climbing wall. We have great hours in terms of student access to the space. We have 6 different courts for court sports. We have racquetball as well. We have an outdoor outing center, so for the folks who enjoy camping and kayaking and wilderness experiences, we have all of those supplies, so that really helps students. The student union is sort of a social hub on campus, so many different aspects of what keeps a student in college can be found in just the clubs and organizations that run out of that spot.
So what is your typical number of students then?
Well, South Dakota State University will number somewhere between 10 and 12,000 over the last several years, so somewhere in there usually.
So it's still like that hometown feel that a lot of South Dakotans are used to, but through that normal college education experience.
Right. You know, we try to. You know, a lot of these students will come from hometowns where their whole graduating class might be 35 or 40, but that's by design the size of their residence hall floor. But then the whole building might be about 400 students, which would probably be close to a lot of their home communities. But the whole campus of 10,000, that's, you know, big enough to offer students the access to, again, top flight academics, but sort of like the interesting, vibrant, alive sort of activities that happen on a college campus. For instance, the women just won the WNIT, and I got to tell you, I was really proud of our students for the turnout there, because so much of that happened during our spring break, and students were out there and supporting that. So it was pretty cool boost for campus student spirit.
So if you had a message for students that were coming and maybe considering going to college in South Dakota, what would you tell them about SDSU?
Well, it's going to be a lot like your high school experience. You know, the friends that you made, your buddies, your pals, the ones that you were in activities with, that's really who's coming to college at SDSU. We're big enough so that we attract some, you know, folks from all of the surrounding states and across the country and even internationally. But our primary students are still South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska. So that strong, super comfortable, family-oriented, small town feel is still very much alive and well at SDSU, and that makes it a comfortable transition for everybody.